what a lighting director does, and before I explain that, I think he or she is at the hub of any television production. The lighting designer director cannot do the job properly unless he's wired into somewhat of the budget, the time, the crews, the trucking, all the problems, all the ancillary features and parts and pieces that go into the making of a television picture production. The lighting director has to be aware of all those because they all impact on what he does. If the scenery is late, he has less time to do his job because they're going to start cameras rolling. If the cameras don't function, he has to know. If anything that happens will affect his work. And I've found that to be true. Whereas if maybe you're the makeup artist, now I'm not knocking makeup artists or anybody else, but they don't have to know a lot of things that the lighting director has to know. They don't have to know that the truck is late. The lighting director must know because he can't start until the scenery's up. So a lot of things revolve around lighting. That's why I say he's at the hub of all these elements. Now, as a result, the responsibility is great, isn't it? The responsibility is not just to lighting, however, or to getting a pretty picture, or getting a set lit and making it look nice. You have the whole aspects of the personnel involved, the people phases, which of course other disciplines have to deal with too. The lighting director can't just go in there and light. He has to know where. The director has to tell him, the director. The lighting director has to understand the script, the writer. If you ask me, by the way, as people do, who's the most important person in the television studio? Everybody says, oh, the lighting director, right? No, not at all. The writer. The writer. And maybe right after that, the director. Somewhere after that, you can put the lighting director, the scenic designer on. The writer, because if there's nothing to say, doesn't matter how good the lighting is or how bad or anything else. Well, that's cliche, but the truth is the writer is the most important person in my mind. Now, so he then, getting back to what he does, he has to relate to the director, he has to relate to the talent, make them feel comfortable and make them look good, has to relate to the script because he has to make the lighting match the intent of the program, whether it's drama, music, whatever. Has to relate to all the other disciplines, doesn't he? All the other people, the engineers, has to work with them. The TD, the audio people, he has to work with all of them. And in doing that, he decides where the lights go, which lights do it, how they plug in, what level they are at. And this is a constant process that keeps getting refined and refined and refined until they say cut and let's go home.